Scooter and Zach stood on the corner of Machin and Carrion Lane. 2 blocks away, 3 guys were hanging out on the weed-ridden lawn of a dilapidated ranch home. 2 Pintos, one faded rust red, the other a jungle green, looked like tombstones sitting amongst the weed-riddled yard. A yellow and black boombox on the top stoop of the steps blared what Scooter believed to be an annoying mixture of punk and heavy metal. Scooter couldn't make any sense out of the lyrics other than gratuitous amounts of profanity and a lot of outrage against the government. The guys all wore black and red muscle shirts like uniforms, black jeans and black boots too. They must have done all their shopping together. Zach pressed a firm hand against Scooter's back. "Don't look so grim. You're about to perform a public service for the people of Buckeye." For the last hour, while they rode toward Buckeye, Satan had spoken to Scooter, telepathically, which reinforced to Scooter that Zach had a bizarre hold over him. Satan had told him he could be somebody big and somebody people respected and feared. And best of all, he wouldn't have to put up with his brother's crap anymore. No longer would he be the weak, puny little brother. Zach shoved a pink wad into Scooter's chest. Unraveled, Scooter realized it was a pink wife-beater shirt with large, bold words reading, "Tough guys wear pink." The words were stylized in a girly princess font. "Put it on." "What for?" "Have faith and never ever question me. Do what I say. Do it quickly and without thought." He clapped Scooter on the back. "Relax, I'm just fucking with you, buddy. But seriously, put the shirt on and get ready for your big debut." "Walk up to them." "Then what?" "You'll find out soon enough." This was some kind of trick assignment. A test. A joke? Scooter was the damn punchline. Well, he didn't think getting his ass beat by a gang of thugs would be very funny or fun. As he approached, a decent level of scared shitless made his legs and hands quiver. One of the guys had an arm as thick as Scooter's torso. The entire length was covered in faint green ink, making his skin look bubbly and flaky as if necrotic. And he had both eyelids and his nose pierced. Thick smears of green eyeshadow or war paint matted his eyebrows and eyelids. Those piercings must have hurt like hell. He'd never get anything pierced. That was what loser criminals like these guys did. And he bet not a single one of them possessed a college degree. Did any of them even have a high school diploma? But they did have one thing on him. They probably weren't in the service of Satan. Another one of the guys stood taller than Shane and was sickly thin. The tall, skinny guy also had horrible teeth. Then there was the chubby guy with dark shades and a heavy length of chain around his neck. Matching chains circled each of his wrists. Scooter was mere feet away now. A quick glance over his shoulder, he spotted Zach. With solid black eyes, Zach stood staring up at the sun as if trying to draw it down from the sky. A Doberman behind a chain-link fence snarled and barked as it followed Scooter's movement from behind its cage. "Yo, Tom Boyle." It was the tall, skinny guy who noticed him first and called out to his large, tattooed friend. "Check this, dog. I think some Boy Scout done taken a wrong turn at Albuquerque." The tattooed guy, Tom Boyle, set down his Lone Star beer on the step next to the boombox. Scooter thought the sound system was quite impressive. Probably worth more than Shane's jalopy. A just as impressive smartphone was plugged into the jack of the boombox. These punks had money, and probably not from serving nuggets and fries. Scooter inhaled deeply. Mentally, he prepared to get his ass seriously beat down.
Sup, little dog? This hood is carrying creeper only, little man. So what it do, little dog?
Scooter couldn't quite understand what Tom Boyle was saying or asking. What'd it do? Was that English? Zach's voice resounded clearly and loudly in his head. Tell Tom Boyle you're looking to ride the white dragon. The other two guys circled Scooter, an intimidating sway in their swagger.
Dog, you gotta say something up in here, or we liable to eat your little ass.
Or fuck it.
Scooter guessed Tattoo Guy was trying to make a funny, but Scooter failed to see the humor. Guess he wasn't cool as these cats. Scooter resisted a roll of his eyes. Is this where America's youth were heading? Again, he reminded himself. His lot was worse than theirs.
Lay it low, K-Fest. But yo, seriously, little dog, what it do up in the carrying heat?
Scooter looked Tom Boyle in the face, in the eyes, just like his brother had taught him. I want to ride the white dragon. K-Fest spun around, cackling and grinning like he belonged in a padded room.
Holy shizzit, dog.
Cool that shit, K, the chunky yet unnamed one said. Tom Boyle extended one of his gorilla hands and Scooter saw the tattoos even covered his palm.
You for real, LD?
Zach relayed a response in his head, and Scooter replied,
As real as them warts on your dick. Now show me the shit and stop wasting my time.
Scooter managed the threat without a stutter. A warmth bolstered his nerves, like a shot of pure adrenaline. K-Fest began shadowboxing an invisible foe in the front yard.
Snap! That motherfucker done told you, Tom Boyle. Like one motherfucker to another motherfucker, he sure enough done it, dog.
Tom Boyle cupped his chin with one of his massive paws, massaging the bristles of his 5 o'clock shadow.
This is some crazy fucked up shit, LD. You a cop?
I'm not a cop, dickhead. Now get me some dragon.
Who the fuck told you we got shit up in here? You done got your white cherry popped. Hooked your ass, didn't they?
Tell him, Tommy, we ain't got shit up in our crib, yo. We been good old Samaritans out here minding our own beeswax. Don't got no time for none of that white magic dust. Tell him, Tommy, we good folk.
You ain't no cop, and you ain't no narc. For real?
That's what I said. So we gonna do business or just start jerking each other's meat sticks?
That pans, LD. You got the cha-ching to afford a ride on the White Dragon? 'Cause we don't run no Ronald McDonald charity shit up in here, little dog.
How much you got?
Oh, yo, ain't you got some mean-ass ants up in your pants? Y'all, check this shit. LD wanted to know how much shit we got.
You tell the little dog we got plenty of shit if he got plenty dough.
So, what's it gonna be? You better have at least a few Franklins under that pink-ass faggot shirt, LD. Might get you an 8-ball.
I'll take everything you got.
Now I know you're fucking retarded, LD. What the fuck you think this is? The corner gas station? We look like fucking Taco Joe employees wearing paper hats to you.
Tom Boyle strolled forward, almost creeped like the gang's namesake.
We the fucking carrying creepers, you little inbred prep sword smoker. Stop wasting me and my boys' time for I decide to let K-Fest bite your little pink dick off.
A surge of his newly realized power rocketed through Scooter. It was as frightening and exciting as the first time he'd felt the surge, just a few hours ago, soon after Zach had sucked him off. He swallowed and concentrated on this wonderful but scary power.
If you don't give me everything you dumbasses have, then I'm going to have to kill you. All of you.
A revolver pointed directly at Scooter's head. Ballsy to pull a gun in broad daylight, but probably wasn't uncommon in this neighborhood.
Y'all take our little friend into the house. We're gonna get real comfortable with his ass.
The interior of the home smelled like exotic sweet incense infused with the stench of spoiled vegetables and sour milk. On the stove was a steel pot and greasy skillet. Both overflowed with a grubby brownish stew. They forced Scooter into a full-back chair at a small square table. Tom Boyle pulled a chair out. He sat in it backwards, facing Scooter. He flipped the cylinder on the gun, ejected several bullets, closed it.
You ever played Russian roulette, LD?
What the heck was Zach doing? Wasn't he going to help him out of this? Was he still staring up at the sun? A chunk of that courage and newly realized confidence started slipping away. He was on his own. The devil had fucked him. Again. This time wasn't as much fun as the last. Scooter had no time to fear for his life when Tom Boyle put the revolver to Scooter's temple and pulled the trigger.
Lucky fucky. Should have been cool, LD, and stayed in school. Instead, we're gonna feed you to the worms, little dog. Them maggots gonna feast on your little wee-wee.
This punk-ass bitch might be working with somebody.
I don't think so. I think he just retarded. Bet his mother's some crackhead from Runwich. Remember that kid Joey Ludwig from back in the day, y'all? Just like that, what this kid is. Just retarded because his mama couldn't put down the crack pipe after she got all porked up with LD here. That right, LD?
Pressed the barrel between Scooter's lips.
You still sucking your mama's tits, retard? That why you need some white magic, dog? Mama's got that Coke-flavored titty milk, ain't she? She done got all dried up.
The barrel of the revolver tasted bitter and cold, like licking ginger frosting from a steel beater.
Come on, bitch. We having fun yet?
The gun barrel clanked hard against his teeth. An ache stroked his gum line. In his armpits and behind his knees, sweat pooled.
Go ahead and waste this stupid kid.
Tom Boyle glanced over his shoulder, his arm twitching, the gun barrel pumping in and out of Scooter's mouth. He didn't want to die, but maybe it would be better than living as the devil's servant. Zach never planned to get him out of this. These thugs were going to kill him. Zach, Satan, had screwed, no, fucked him. Royally fucked him. A death coup orchestrated by Satan to kill him. But why?
You got something to say, little dog?
Tom Boyle eyed him before withdrawing the barrel from Scooter's mouth.
Speak, bitch. We listening. We all reasonable and religious up in here. So let's hear your final words before we commence with the final rites.
Scooter didn't need to puppet the devil's words. He had nothing to lose. Whether he lived or died, his life was shit. Eyes narrowed, lips stretched, showcasing an exaggerated toothy smile. See you in hell. The black mouth of the cold barrel jabbed into his forehead. Zach glided, not walked gracefully, but literally glided as if on roller skates into the house.
What the shiz is this, dog? Who the fuck you think you are, the goddamn prince of...
Hell, great guess.
Remy!
The guy's face was flat, all smashed in with a big nose. A large gold ring dangled from that big honker. Zach's head exploded into a chunky cloud of raining bone and blood. A splatter of cherry gunk peppered the walls, floor, ceiling, and stove. Zach's headless corpse swaggered, swayed, teetered, but never toppled forward. Nor did it fall prone. It performed a handstand. Remy aimed for Zach's crotch. Zach's arms wiggled, squirmed until they became new legs. His old legs, erect in the air, rubbed together, melted and formed a new torso. Slivers of flesh, like sliced skin of a fruit, peeled away, forming new arms, and finally a new head sprouted. Tom Boyle leapt to his feet, revolver gripped in both hands. Click, click, and click. Zack waggled his finger dismissively at Tom Boyle, but Tom Boyle hadn't noticed. He was too busy checking the weapon's cylinder for the missing slug. Tom's chest involuntarily heaved. His jaw dropped and he puked a bile-coated silver slug onto the hardwood floor. Zack took Tom Boyle's meaty hands into his own. They began to dance across the floor. Tom Boyle fought like a writhing octopus that was trying to be put to bed. Arms and legs squirming, body twisting. But Zack kept leading him.
It's your last dance with the devil. You ready for the final burn?
Satan shoved Tom Boyle's head into the bleeding, gushing shotgun wound between the devil's own legs. Everyone in the room saw Zack's belly bulge and worm while the remainder of Tom Boyle's body flailed, his arms clutching at Zack's knees. When Tom Boyle began convulsing, Zack groaned erotically before bucking his pelvis, expelling Tom Boyle's head from his butchered groin hole. Tom fell backward, face a mask of ropey, gelled blood. His chest heaved, but the rest of him remained motionless. K-Fest and Remy backed themselves against the wall. Satan stepped toward Scooter. With eerily soft hands, Zack framed Scooter's face. The devil gazed into his eyes. Lovingly?
You killed? Nope, I didn't kill him. You did.
Satan put his lips to Scooter's and kissed him. Deep. Hard. Wet. Sensual. Playful. Scooter felt himself grow hard. If only fate had lined up Tom Boyle's bullet into the chamber. If only death had come for Scooter. He really was the devil's whore.